In this video, I'm gonna talk to you guys about why you're stuck in your online coaching business. My name is Sam and I help online coaches scale their business with ads, content, and branding. Right, so let's go ahead and jump straight into it. Why you're stuck in your online coaching business. First things first, right now, you're probably stuck at point A, right? You're doing cold outreach to random potential customers via social media. There's no real plan for content or building a personal brand. You're also not running ads. You have no clue who your dream client is. You haven't slowed down to really think about that whole process. And honestly, you're probably fluctuating between 5 to 20, maybe even 30K a month if you're lucky, but you're probably fluctuating between 5 to 20K a month in your online coaching business. On top of that, there's no real system to convert your audience into customers. This is what point B looks like for you. One, no more cold outreach, right? I teach all of my students how to get away from cold outreach completely. That way they can focus in their business instead of on their business. We're gonna get hot inbound leads coming into your profile and your inbox every single day. We're gonna create a system of inputs and outputs. That way, you know, if you put X, Y, Z in, you're gonna get X, Y, and Z back out. A lot of times with organic content or a lot of coaching programs, the thing is that everything's kind of like a shot in the dark. You don't really know what's gonna get you the results you want. Therefore, your business is pretty much up to chance and up to luck. Point B also looks like specific content curated for your dream client specifically. And obviously with that, we're gonna talk about having consistent sales calls on your calendar and DM closes and high ticket sales calls. So very first thing that you have to get good at is marketing, right? The worse you are at marketing, the better you have to be at sales. And that's what really gravitated me to marketing in itself. I hate sales. I'm not a big sales guy. Like that's just not one of my fortes or something that I'm really excited about. So I understood very early that the more I marketed, the less I had to sell when I did talk to my potential customer, right? And so the reason you feel like you're pulling teeth on sales calls is because your marketing sucks. You don't know who you're talking to. You haven't chosen a niche and you're just throwing content out there hoping that you find someone that resonates with your content. But the issue is that even Instagram or YouTube or TikTok doesn't even know who to send your content to because you don't even know who you're talking to in your own videos. And so I say that all because brand matters. Brand matters a lot more than you think. For example, in this picture here, who would you rather work with right now? I kind of just pulled these two obviously off the internet. I don't know who this first guy is, but he looks like he knows what he's doing. He has a nice little watch on. I mean, if I saw him at a Starbucks or something like that and he said that he ran a business, I'd probably believe him. I'd be like, okay, cool, yeah, it makes sense, right? But everyone watching this, if you're in business in any way and you've been on social media over the last 2 years, you know who the guy on the right is, right? Now, if both of these guys came to you in a Starbucks and said, hey, who do you want to work with? You're going to work with Alex Hormozi, right? unless you just don't know who Alex Hormozi is, you're probably going to pick the guy on the right? And so I say that because that's what we want to create with your business, with your coaching program, with your consulting business, whatever it is. You want to create a brand so that way people understand what you do. They can go to you, gather information, trust you as an authority, and want to work with you. Versus being the guy on the left where every time you talk to someone, you have to sell them on why you know what you're doing. And you know, that's just an avenue I didn't want to go down. So keep it moving. Brand is organic content times the social media funnel, right? This is how I explain it to all my clients, is that we really want to get organic content down first, and then once we get that to a certain point, we want to start the funnel and start sending potential clients to you and kind of get the ball moving. So first things first, we need more organic content. The organic content is one, going to help to build trust. It allows your dream client to gather information from you specifically, and it helps to build authority because every time that they think about their pain point, you come up in their brain, right? My goal is that whenever you think about your coaching program and how you can't get clients, or you're doing cold outreach, or you're stuck with no appointments on your board, that you think about me and you want to come listen to me on how to do that, right? That should be your goal as well within your industry, within your niche. It takes roughly 7 hours of content to convert a prospect into a customer. My question for you is, do you have 7 hours of content for someone to watch, right? So yes, I understand that we want clients and we don't want to do a ton of work on the front end, but honestly, if creating content and talking about the pain points of your dream client is work to you, then you probably shouldn't be a coach, right? This is probably the easiest part of the entire process. is getting that organic content out there. That way they have somewhere to gather information from, right? Now, like I said before, do you have enough organic content? How much, if someone went on your page right now and they were looking for a fitness coach or a business coach, could they go to your page and get the information they needed in order to answer their questions? Would they feel like you were the person that they needed to talk to in order to move forward and have confidence within their business? Do you have the authority based on the content that you have right now? If not, why would/should someone trust you to help them get from point A to point B? And the answer is they won't, and that they probably shouldn't. It'd be pretty stupid. It'd be like listening to the first guy when you have hundreds, if not thousands, of the same people on social media talking about their brand, talking about their business. They should definitely go listen to someone who already has proven that they can do what you're trying to help them do, in my opinion. If you don't have organic content, you will have to rely on cold outreach to get new clients. This right here is huge. If you don't have organic content, you will have to rely on cold outreach. This right here in itself is like a nightmare statement. This is one of the things that I did not want. I still don't want. I absolutely hate cold outreach. But the thing is that there's nowhere else for someone to get information from you. It's like, well, you have to kind of sell them on listening to you, right? I don't know if you ever get these like those messages from these email marketing people or these appointment setter people that are like, I can get you 15 new appointments and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, they send you these scripts and stuff like that. I get them all the time, literally every single day. And it's not that I don't like the message I'm getting. I just wish that they could prove it, right? So they're like telling me how they can get me, you know, hundreds of appointments and all this stuff, but then yet they can't even book the appointments for themselves, right? Now, if they had content that explained how they were getting appointments and how they were, you know, going to reach out to different people, and I stumbled across their content, or I saw an ad or something like that, and I was like interested in an appointment setter, and they had the content already there that I could just watch and understand that they know what they're doing, it'd be a totally different story. But these guys are coming and they're sending me cold messages out of nowhere. That's, some of them don't even have my name in the message, so you know it's like a you know it's just templated, right? And so relying on cold outreach is literally bottom of the barrel tactics. It's like if you had no skill set and someone said go get clients, this would be the thing that you would do, right? That's what we don't want to do. We don't want to be bottom of the barrel coaches, salespeople, really anything. And if you want to, I'm not the person that you want to work with. If you want to be bottom of the barrel, there's a lot of cold outreach coaches that are out there. So if you're currently doing cold outreach, this is what you're probably doing. One, you're probably sending 100 cold DMs a day, which I've been there in network marketing. It sucks. I remember being in network marketing and going to the gym, and between every set, I would send out 30 friend requests, and I would send out 30 messages every set. You're spamming would-be clients that don't trust you, which means they would be your clients if they had a reason to trust you, right? There's people who actually do want what you provide. The issue is that they don't trust you. There's no content. If they did see your message, they click on your profile, and your profile is a ghost town. There's no content, right? You're probably doing verbal jujitsu, trying to get around objections, right? So there's people you're trying to like get to a call in the DMs, and you're convincing them to do this, and you're like, yeah, but I can just, if you just look at my result and like all this crap, when if you just had content there, it would solve this problem by itself. You're ruining the industry you're in if you don't do it correctly. This was huge, right? Because I see coaches do this as well. Sales guys, I see this all over the place, where if you're someone spamming out messages to people that don't know you, and it's sending a template and it's all like just trash, for lack of better words, you're ruining the industry for everybody else that's doing it right. Because I understand that we all have our own individual brands, but now you make the coaching industry look like a scam because you're running around sending out bottom of the barrel cold outreach tactics. See what I'm saying? The bad part about this is that sometimes this works, which is why most people do it. It's the easiest thing you can do. It's also one of the hardest things that you can do. Yet people do it because they don't want to take the time to hire a coach, or they don't want to take the time to really study their craft and put together something that, you know, is actually going to work and that is actually predictable and consistent. Even more, you can't systematically choose who you work with, which means that everything you're doing is literally just random in your business. So when you're sending out these cold outreach messages, not only are you ruining the industry, not only are you doing 100 a day, not only do the people you're talking to not even trust you, you can't even really choose who's gonna work with you, or even like it's just shots in the dark everywhere. Like you might as well just walk in a room with a gun and just start shooting. Like that's literally what you're doing, because you're not aiming at anybody, right? The only way to scale cold outreach is either to do more of what you're already doing, or use your profit to hire more people to do cold outreach. I don't like either option. Here's what I mean by this. If you're doing 100 messages a day, and let's say you're getting, I don't know, 2 clients a month. Well, if you want to get 4 clients a month, you either have to do 200 messages a day, or you hire someone to do 100 messages a day, right? Which, in my opinion, both suck. The first one sucks because it's just more work for you. It's work. One, it's work that you don't want to do in the first place. It's already frustrating. But 2, it's work that you have to double. So like all that free time that you could have had, you're spending it just sending more cold outreach messages and verbal jujitsu in the sales DMs or in the DMs and all the stuff that you don't even want to do in the first place. Now you have to do double the amount, right? The second option is to hire, but in the purpose of creating a profit to keep it, I think it's just stupid in my opinion. So you want to hire someone else just to go do exactly what you're doing, and you don't even like what you're doing, so you're gonna hire someone else to do something that you don't want to do and do it too. So you're losing money, you're doing something you don't want to do, and you're hiring someone else to do something that they also probably don't want to do either. But who cares? On the other side, we have the social media. Right now over here, this is where ads come in. Our goal is to get as many of the right people to your content as fast as possible. You can either DM 10,000 people and save $100, or you can spend $100 and 10,000 dream clients view your content. The choice is yours. Here's what I mean. If you choose a cold outreach way, right, and you go and you want to send 10,000 cold DMs, one, if you're doing 100 messages a day, that's going to take you 1,000 days to do that, which that's a long time. Unless you start hiring people, and obviously you can do it faster if you hire people, but you're still spending money, which is the reason why you didn't want to run ads, is because you want to save the money, right? So it kind of defeats the purpose. So you take 10 years to go do something that honestly isn't going to really get you. It might get you good results, but it's like that's a lot of work for 10 years. Or you can just spend $100 where you create an ad speaking directly to the person that you want to talk to, and you tell them to come to your profile so that they can trust you and view your content. One takes 1 day and $100. The other takes 1,000 days, but it's free. Choice is yours, right? The issue with option 1, at 100 messages a day would take 3 years to reach 10,000 people, or maybe I screwed that up. 3 years, not 10 years, but either way it goes, I think it's stupid. I don't know about you, but I'm not trying to wait that long. I would rather spend the $100 to have my content reach the exact person I needed to reach versus taking 3 years to get the same result. Not only that, with running ads, I am in direct control of who I'm targeting and can get predictable and consistent results based on specific inputs and outputs. If I spend X, I'll get Y, right? After you spend so much money in ads and you have the same ad running, you know that if you spend this amount, you're gonna get this amount out, right? I have a lady that I'm working with right now. She spent $300 on her ad that we created for her, and she made $4,500 from it. Insane. Over a 10x ROI on her ad spend. Now, what we know is that, okay, well, if we put $600 in, you can possibly get $9,000 back out, right? She probably could have got more, but honestly, it was her first, she wasn't the best at closing. So that's also at a pretty low close rate. So just know that when you have something that's more of a systemized approach, you can systemize the results as well. Not just what goes in, you can also systemize what comes out. But you know what? Let's say the ads didn't work for whatever reason. You still get 10,000 eyeballs on your content. If 1% convert to followers, that's an extra 100 followers that will go into your ecosystem. They'll start listening to your videos, they'll start trusting you, you'll start gaining authority with those different people. And when they think about fitness, business, lead generation, breath work, whatever your business is, they'll get the information from you, and eventually their pain points will become such a frustrating part of their life that they're going to reach out to you directly for you to solve it. And it's all without any cold outreach. Here's where most online coaches and businesses mess up. Most online coaches either rely 100% on organic content, or they try running home runs with ads and no effort on organic content. You have to pair the two together, right? So there's coaches running around, they're teaching organic content, but the issue is that the supply and demand is so crazy right now, where there's so many coaches, so many business owners jumping on social media, trying to build a business, that the demand is dropping because the supply is so high, meaning that the views are way lower than they were 4 years ago, and they're going to be even lower 4 years from now. So we're at a point right now where you have to kind of pay to play if you're going to take that organic route. But the issue is that people ditch dive, so they're realizing that the supply is too high, so they're jumping and running ads. But the issue is that they don't know what they're doing with the ads, because they're trying to hit home runs every time they release an ad. They're like, buy my product. They put $1,000 behind it, and no one buys it, because what code audience wants to be sold to some random dude that ran an ad? Like, you know, it's just not gonna work. Like, yeah, you might get a few people, but it's like, let's go back to the two pictures, right? You got the random guy, and you got Alex Hormozi. Random guy runs a business coaching ad that says, I can help you with your business. Just pay me $5,000, right? Alex Hormozi puts a random Instagram post out, not even an ad, and it says, pay me $20,000 and I'll coach you in your business. You're way more likely to pay Alex Hormozi $20,000 versus the other guy for $5,000. One, because you trust Alex Hormozi way more, he has way more authority, and you know exactly where you're gonna get. Where the other guy, you're kind of like, it's like a gamble. You don't even know if this guy's a real business owner. He could be just some dude making videos, like who knows, right? So you need both if you want this to work correctly. The ad is to get people to your organic content, and your organic content should be curated to the people that come in from your ad. The formula is organic content times the social media funnel. You can't have one without the other and expect the same results. Stop trying to take shortcuts. Remember that your business is the shortcut. Remember, at the end of the day, right, if you're running a coaching business, that the goal with starting your coaching business was to not work forever at a job, right? That was the reason you started. So make sure that you keep that in mind. And so you chose to start your business because you saw that this was the actual shortcut to financial freedom. This was the shortcut to living the life that you wanted. This is the shortcut to the dream life that you desired, and to do something that you love to do. So when you try to shortcut the shortcut, you short circuit the shortcut, and you're left with nothing. Do it once, do it right. I hope this video helped. I know I talked about a lot, but hopefully by the end of this video, you are realizing that you're either doing something wrong and you want help, or you just want help and you just want to skip the wrong phase. That's kind of where I was when I started my online coaching business. And so with that being said, when you're ready to scale and you're ready to get past, being stuck, and you're ready to put together a system that will be predictable and consistent and generate the results that you're looking for, book a call below. I'll put the link in my description, also in the comments. And if you're not ready to book a call, go follow me on Instagram, where I literally talk about all this stuff. Just give me a follow, go through all my content, and when you are ready to scale, just shoot me a DM and we can get things set up for you. So with that, guys, I am wrapped up, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.